What's up, guys? Welcome to the Benched NFL Podcast. I'm your host today, AJ, joined by Angel Tovar. What's up, man?
What's up? Weird.
New
weird.
combo.
Not weird. It's just, I've done every show with Joey. Yeah. I missed, what, 2 shows, and I've only done with Joey, and a new host over here to my left. You're going to do a great job. You're going to kill it. We do miss Joey. Joey does a lot for the show on a little vacation.
Look, gallivanting over there in
he deserves it.
The greater Ventura County.
Yeah, he does a lot of work, a lot of stuff for the show that I couldn't do and don't want to do, to be honest.
And then you make him do.
Yeah,
we'll just edit that.
Post. Yeah.
Put that right here.
We're going to add it right here.
Let's put some articles right here while I'm talking. Yeah, so Joey's not here, but big show, pumped about it.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about over at the producer's desk. Double barrel action.
Boom.
Gabe Tovar and undefeated backyard boxer Andrew Rodriguez. How you guys doing?
A little sad you didn't introduce me as a Packer owner.
Oh, registered Packer owner. My bad. Registered.
He gets his backyard
registered
club.
Packer.
When are you going to put up your Packer ownership papers, man? Because right now we just don't believe you.
Well, I mean, I guess I like Anderson .Paak a lot. Calvin Harris is all right.
We got
Soon.
some changes coming over to that.
Yeah.
side.
The producer is going to get a makeover.
Now that I'm sitting over here and looking at it, looks pretty sad over there. We gotta step it up. Now I see you guys' view of what we got going on over there.
All right. I mean, it looks great.
Shots fired, loud and clear.
At myself, I sit over there.
We got it.
And then all the way from down under, putting more shrimps on the barbie, Greg Fryer.
That's turn.
Hey.
Kyoto. Wait, say that one more time slowly. So I want to say it one time.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's multi-language week down here, so it's going around everywhere. Ready for this? Here we go. Kyoto, Harikota, Ki, Kionai.
Kyoto.
Akira,
Kyoto.
Koisaka.
Nagasaki.
Wow. Wanahaka Loogie back to you.
Whatever happens, it's a beautiful language that we cannot pronounce, but we're happy to have you, Greg. We actually have you on today because you just dropped an article, early season surprises. Just run through that and what what made you write this one.
Yeah, so this dropped last night, actually, or depending when you saw it early this morning. But I had the Saints offense as a surprise. I wrote down Baker Mayfield, just the struggle of the Ravens through 2 games. Sam Darnold, and then, man, the entire AFC North, because that division is a mess right now. Yes, there's probably more, but that was just a few that I decided to point out in the article last night.
Yeah, so you have a couple quarterbacks on there. I just want to go through them real fast. One is my guy, Baker Mayfield, off to a hot start. Buccaneers 2-0, obviously. Your article is really highlighting that he's had so many different head coaches, coordinators. Where do you see him as far as, because he's obviously not a bust, but he's obviously not one of the elite quarterbacks. Where do you rank him? Is he top 15, top 10, or where do you see Baker Mayfield as of week 2, right now?
Yeah, right now, I mean, I think he's easily top 15. I'd have to go through the quarterbacks, maybe top 10. But I think right now in Tampa, he understands what he is. I mean, he's through 2 games, he's 36 of 49, 474 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a QBR of 129.
Boy, Baker.
And on top of that, he's averaging 10 yards a throw, that's insane. That's a first down every time he throws the ball.
Yeah.
So I just think the connection with him and Godwin is a real thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you still have Mike Evans and McMillan, their draft pick this year from out of University of Washington, is playing good. I just think he finally has a system where he doesn't have to be the savior of the city. I mean, good night. How many quarterbacks have thrived in Cleveland, right? I mean, the list stops at no one. So I just think, Brady won the championship. It's just kind of fun in Tampa right now. There's not a lot of pressure. They're not the sole focus of the city like a New York team. I just think where he's at and who he is, it fits perfect right now with who he is. Yeah,
vibes are high in Tampa for sure. Another place where vibes are high, and I kind of called, I'll take a little victory lap here, Sam Darnold in Minnesota. Obviously, JJ McCarthy picked 10, or I'm kind of blanking out. A first round pick goes down, and people ride them off, and now all of a sudden they beat the Niners. Where are you with Sam Darnold? Do you think this is the real deal, or do you think it'll fade off?
I mean, it's hard to say. Again, these are all surprises. So how long this stuff will last, I mean, anyone knows. But I just think that with who he is, he's a smart dude, right? USC quarterback. He's not a dummy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just think he needs some pieces around him, a competent coach. I mean, I think Kevin O'Connell. You talk about top quarterbacks in the league. I think Kevin O'Connell is a top coach in the league.
Mm-hmm.
His mind, his offensive mind, is so good. You think back to last year, right? They went through quarterbacks like babies go through diapers, man. I mean, they are winning games with Josh Dobbs, right? Like it's crazy. He is so good at just finding what works for whoever's behind center. And so I think part of that is probably why Darnold is having so much success.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I mean, he's rolling. I mean, it's cool to watch. I'm happy for Sam Darnold. After where he goes, he was drafted by the Jets. That was a disaster.
He went to Carolina for a second.
That's just a chaotic. Yeah, Carolina for a second. He's just been with chaotic franchises.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets, chaotic. Carolina and their owner, chaotic. And now he's just finally got some stability. And I think he's got a great coach, which I think really helps him. And again, how long it's going to last, I don't know. We'll see this week against the Texans. But, I think he's off to a hot start. And it's a bit surprising to me.
Tell you what, man. If he makes the playoffs, I'm going to victory lap the hell out of that. That was one of my
Sam Darnold making the playoffs and Bo Nix
because
in last place.
Hey, man, I want to jump on that train too. I called that too.
A lot of people hate me right now, so maybe I'll bring me back into some good favor. Lastly, Greg, you have the Ravens struggling. Did not see that coming. Great roster. What in your opinion is happening there? Why are they struggling so much?
Personally, I think it's offensive line. I kind of wrote about this in my preseason predictions. Yes, they added some pieces, but man, that offensive line lost some pieces too. And I think people just kind of overlooked that. I think the addition of Derrick Henry kind of overshadowed what they lost in the offensive line. And I think people just forget how important that is, even with a running quarterback. Like Lamar can run. He can get out of the pocket. He can make things happen with his legs. But listen, if your offensive line is shaky, that just defenses know that. And, I mean, good night. They just lost to Gardner Minshew 2 years in a row. The Colts beat them last year in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And so that's 2 years in a row at home, losing to Gardner Minshew. I don't know if it's just a lack of focus. I don't know if it's, father time, but to come off a mini bye against the Niners or the Chiefs and look good in that game, and then just to lay an egg, even Justin Tucker is struggling. Like, he's not automatic anymore.
That's a good point.
I just think a lot of this is just it's age. It looks like a lack of preparation. I say all that to say this: I do think they beat the Cowboys this week. Jim Harbaugh has gone 0-3 only one time since coaching and since he came into head coaching in 2008. In 2015, he started 0-3. It's never happened since. So I don't think they're going 0-3, but I don't think this team is who they thought they were, or at least who we thought they were early on in the season. I think a part of it is just, again, age, and I think that offensive line has some serious holes.
Yeah, well, great time reading your article, and if you guys go check out bench.com. Greg puts up some damn good articles. Greg, thanks for joining us, man. And give us one more phrase. Give us give us a goodbye phrase.
Well, they would say Kyoto again, but I would say let's see. Let's go Kyoto, which is again like a thank you or salutation, and then Harakai Ki. Manui, which is goodbye, have a good day.
Man, that language is tough.
It's tough. It's no joke.
It's like Dothraki, dude. It's just tough. Yeah. Hey, Greg, thanks for joining, man. We'll have you back soon.
All right, see you guys. Have a good day.
See you, man.
Jakars. Yeah, that language is tough, but articles are great. It is. There are a lot of surprises. I'm curious to see week 3 coming up on week 3. It's always nice to see what's for real.
Before we get started with the news, just run through a few housekeeping items for our YouTube audience. Welcome.
Hi.
Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. For our audio listeners, listen on Apple, Spotify. Man, that doesn't work.
Doesn't work, huh?
I'm from this side of the desk.
I was going to try it with you, thinking maybe it would be different with AJ, but no.
You gotta find that timing.
I have to find another one.
Okay, for our audio listeners, listen to Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review.
Do we get any reviews?
Look, if they are, they're pretty mean right now. But leave a review if you're nice. If you're not nice,
if
just
you're
like
feeling
it.
us, just leave a
give
review.
me a 5-star. Give us a 5-star. Yeah. Why not?
You're feeling generous.
Feeling generous.
Follow the show Between the Show, Instagram, X, Twitter, and TikTok. And make sure you check out benchshow.com. That's where we just got the article that we discussed with Greg. Sign up for the weekly bench report for free. Catch up on the bench beat. That's articles on fandom, fantasy, all things NFL. And before we get started again, quick shout out to Mr. Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Starting the 50-50 club.
Yeah. Today against, who was it?
Miami.
Against
The Marlins.
Get the Marlins 6 for 6 in baseball. It's pretty good.
10 RBIs.
And we're saying that because we are all LA natives, so we love Shohei. And if you hate the Dodgers, then sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is the wrong show for you.
Show, even though I'm wearing a Yankee hat. Sorry, dude.
We were talking about on the way here. We're like, to go 6 for 6, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. That's MLB The Show numbers.
Yeah.
You can't do that on PlayStation.
You don't do that in real life.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do on MLB The Show. So
Believe me, I've tried. It's tough. It's tough. Shout out to Shohei.
Yeah, shout out. Let's see what's in the news.
Welcome back. Before we get into the news, quick video to show you guys our friend of the show, Coach JB. Going off real quick, a funny video. Let me preface this. So around the league, around ESPN actually, they've been saying in the NFL too high safeties, and people want to switch that because scoring is down, the big plays are down, and then Coach B, obviously being a football guy, throwing his little 2 cents.
Mel Kiper saying to take the safety.
he's going to cook them.
Yeah. Poor Kiper.
Who sits right here at 10 to 12 yards normally. They're saying that's too deep. So now we have to cater to the offense even fucking more. Move them up here, and it has to be a referee behind them. Get up. Move up. So now you want the safeties at 5 fucking yards, Mel Kiper? You fucking idiot! Never been right on the draft yet? You said Ryan Leaf was the guy, you fuck! Now we want safeties at 5 fucking yards? So you can throw a post to fucking Stallworth in 1967, you fucking toupee wearing motherfucker! Holy fuck, you guys on ESPN are fucked, man! Now we have to dictate to the quarterback and quarterback. Please, I know we're all so shitty, but let's blame cover 2. Me the fucking time, you fucking idiots! Dan Orlovsky, you should have came on my show, motherfucker. You fucked me. You don't know shit either, sitting there in them tight-ass skinny jean pants. You fucks. You motherfuckers don't know football. Get me on there, motherfuckers. You guys fuck.
So he's in mid-season form.
Yeah.
It is week 3.
No, because that's the thing. Like offensive scoring is down, and people are trying to figure out why. And the two deep safety stuff, which is dumb. It is dumb, but I can't put it as eloquently as Coach JB. It is dumb though.
Oh yeah.
Like
I was wondering if he was going to go after Mina Kimes because I saw a lot of that.
Mina Kimes is a lovely woman. That's all.
Wonderful friend of the show.
Friend of the show. I don't.
Friend of somebody's show.
She's somebody's friend. She is somebody's friend.
She has friends somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just a little checking on Coach JB. We like to check in on him once in a while.
I think
see what's going on.
Just to kind of, I'll go ahead and do it. Sorry, just to kind of clear things up though, he is kind of right when he's saying like these ESPN people don't know what the heck they're talking about. You want this
hold on.
No. But like I like what he's saying though about like offenses are already scoring way high and defenders, even though it's fun to see offensive scores, they're losing money every year because they can't lock down these quarterbacks and these receivers. Now ESPN is suggesting they don't know what they're talking about. I am on his side here. I know I'm a little passionate about this, but I'm on his side here. For the love of the game, I'm on his side.
No, absolutely. Like he said, we've already catered to the offense year after year after year.
Rule after rule.
Now we're suggesting this just because the offense can't figure out how to score a ton of points against this defense.
Yeah,
that's their job as like a defensive coordinator and defensive player. I hate this video.
Yeah. It's weird.
All right, moving on from whatever that was. A little non-NFL news. NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski. Mr. Woj. He has retired from ESPN, and he has agreed to become the general manager of the men's basketball program at St. Bonaventure.
Yeah.
He tells ESPN, role includes name, image, and likeness allocation, recruiting and supporting successful Bonnie's coach, Mark Schmidt.
Yeah.
GM.
Non-football, but every guy in America knows who Woj is.
Yeah.
And it's a sad day.
Yeah.
This is like Schefter leaving, and this is a football show, but we gotta pay respect to this guy. I mean, that's Woj, dude. Yeah. Woj bombs. Come on, man.
Couple guys took the opportunity to create accounts with blue check marks and use his same like breaking. Be a picture of the player with breaking picture. And say stuff like Steph Curry was traded, and people in the comments are like, "Man, you waited for the right day." Like, like I've been looking for these.
Yeah, sad day, but happy trails to you, man.
See you, Woj. All right, Bears head coach Matt Eberflus says they have no plans to make any changes to the offensive line, despite Sunday night's performance, during which Caleb Williams was sacked 7 times and hit 11 times.
Show the picture real fast for the people watching on YouTube. Good God.
Jeez.
Yeah,
man.
You know what? It's tough because they put a lot of assets toward Keenan Allen, obviously, drafted Rome, number 9, when there was Lyman there, and now you're kind of, the offensive line is shaky. This sucks for Caleb Williams because you've seen what can happen to a quarterback when they're young and don't have the offensive line. Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, who don't have that, and because they start seeing ghosts or they just suck. I'm not sure what you can do, but, don't be stubborn about it.
Right.
Don't, try to... If you can, try to adjust something or, something.
I think it's completely fair because as much crap as Caleb Williams has been taking for the last couple of weeks about not throwing a touchdown, this and that, which is fine because you're the face.
Yeah.
It's always gonna go on you. You have to at some point say, well, how much can he do? I mean, look at that picture. How much can you possibly do, even as a mobile quarterback?
That picture looks like straight out of The Longest Yard. When Brucey
comes in,
and he comes in at quarterback, he's just eaten alive.
Yeah, whether or not you believe in Caleb Williams, that's not the issue. The issue is you can't see him unless you protect him. You can't see what he is unless you protect him. So hopefully they figure something out because no touchdowns yet for number one overall pick. I want to see something.
Yeah. Speaking of another struggling number 1 overall pick, Panthers head coach Dave Canales on trade speculation surrounding QB Bryce Young. That's not something we're really considering. We have a great situation with our quarterbacks right now.
Do you, though? Do you? You liar! You just benched your starter. I don't think it's a good situation.
Like on Tuesday of week 2, you bench your starter.
It's honestly, this is just. I think they're going to trade him.
He's trying. Dave Canales is trying his hardest to not let this story spin out of control.
It's you benched number 1 overall pick a year later, 2 games in. It's going to go out of control. All I'm thinking, I heard this a lot. Dolphins come knocking for Bryce Young, give you a 2nd-round pick.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Why wouldn't, what I'm saying? Tua, if he's out for the season, let's get Bryce Young. Let's let McDaniel kind of just coach him up a little bit.
And the Panthers, they have their 1st-round pick this year.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be number 1.
Yeah, but it's looking like.
And they get a 2nd-round pick from the Dolphins, replenish their 2nd-round pick.
I mean, I know they're saying it's not an option, but I think if someone floats around a 1st-round pick to them or a 2nd-round pick, they'll start thinking
that's a good dart throw if you're the Dolphins.
Yeah, and obviously it's over. I can't see him ever going back to Bryce Young unless Dalton gets hurt, knock on wood. So, weird situation. Don't say it's great if you're 0-2 and you can't score points. It's not great. It's not great.
No. Your quarterback situation is not great.
Rookie head coach move right there.
Now, do you see Andy Dalton coming in and the offense performing a little better?
It's if you were to watch the Patriots game that just ended, 20 minutes ago. Yeah. It's probably the same offense that the Patriots would run: basic, boring, play action.
Try to get the ball out.
But better than what Bryce Young was. Bryce Young's offense was shit, and at least it'll be back to average. So. But don't worry, it's looking great over there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They're just fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
arrows
no
up.
problems.
Yeah, arrows up.
All right, over in Cincinnati, wide receiver T. Higgins is expected to return. I think he did practice today.
Yeah.
Missed the first 2 games this season with a hamstring injury. Cincinnati plays on Monday Night Football against Washington this week, so extra day to get ready for T. Higgins.
Frustrating. I'm honestly wondering if he's actually hurt.
That's okay. That was my question.
Because like he doesn't have a contract, and if he doesn't want to play and get hurt, because I think Chase has the injury insurance. He does not.
Yeah.
He's just playing, just balls to the wall. Something happens, and then
He is
something happens.
franchise tag this year.
Yeah, which means nothing's guaranteed. If you get hurt, you're just done. So I don't know. And it's vibes in Cincy are not great still. I know they just lost in a close game, which kind of shows signs of life, but still, it's not great. And Deegan just wants to get out of there. Honestly, I would too. Not paying anybody.
Yeah.
Not paying anybody. Even Jamar Chase.
I mean, if Jamar Chase hasn't gotten paid, T. Higgins is looking around there like, I got to get out of here.
And Trey Henderson, who single-handedly won, almost won week 2 for them. If he can't get paid out, it's just Cincinnati needs to focus on paying people instead of just pissing them off.
Gabe, do we have a check on the owner bending over backwards? Has he bent all the way back to pay Jamar Chase?
He's currently taking some yoga classes to make sure
he hasn't even started the process.
He just signed up.
Oh God!
He kind of figures the Super Bowl February, so by March he starts to warm up.
He's working on his pelvic floor.
April, yeah. I mean, he's done the paperwork. It's filled out and it's sent in.
All right, so we will check in on that next week.
Yeah, on his status.
Yeah, come back week. I'm making phone calls. No one's returning.
He's got a team of chiropractors just waiting.
Trying to get his old ass bent.
Oh my goodness.
All right, guys. It is week 3.
Yep.
The 49ers and the Rams play on Sunday in LA. And this game is likely to be without Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Steve Avila, Jonah Jackson, and another guy who did not practice today, Charvarius Ward.
Oh, I tell you, 2 teams that are snake bitten are these 2 teams. The Rams, especially. The Rams, I think their whole offensive line, besides their left tackle, I think is out, and then Niners obviously CMC, Deebo. Honestly, this game, just get out alive. I don't even care who wins. I think if you lose this game, it's like, yeah, we lost because we have nobody. So, but these teams need to win. It's tough, and with the Cardinals being 2-0, right? Nice chance for the Cardinals to gain those. They're so hurt.
Yeah, I'll bring that up. I feel like the fans deserve like a little discount here.
Well, because
I'm pretty sure they came to see the majority of the guys on this list.
We looked at the schedule for several teams, and we all circled this game.
Yeah,
like week 3, we figured both figured both teams are gonna be 2-0 going
Joey.
in.
This was Joey's game where the Rams are gonna like.
This was like the early division championship.
Yeah,
but I mean. Big opportunity for the Cardinals. Big opportunity for the Seahawks. Seahawks 2-0.
Yeah, Seahawks 2-0. So this might be a little chance for them to get going before the Niners heat up. Because once those teams start heating up, those are really good teams.
They're heated.
Now, here's a quick question: Who's this worse for? The Rams coming out 0-3, or the Niners coming out 1-2?
I think the Rams because they have Rams, right? Because they have less superstars, they have less to build on. And Puka and Cooper Kupp being out,
that's crazy.
You're just.
For multiple weeks too, right?
Yeah, so it's just your best player is your backfield. Blanking on his name.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams, that's your best player, and then
you might see a little Cam Akers in there.
Not Cam Akers.
Cam Akers.
Blake Corum.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Cam Akers. Cam Akers actually might start.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah, sorry, Blake Corum. You might see a little.
I think you need
a lot of carries.
I think you need to because I don't know. You're passing to a bunch of guys who Tyler Johnson,
DeMarcus Robinson,
Whittingham, a bunch of guys that aren't proven. That have showed spurts.
Tutu Atwell. We're gonna need some Tutu Atwell finally.
So safe to say, when it's Sunday Ticket, I won't be watching that on my 4 screens.
Not at all.
I'll keep up on my phone.
Quick question for you guys: for as far as the Rams go, if they start 0-3 and they lose this Sunday,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap for the season.
It's over.
It's tough. It's tough.
Especially the way that division is looking out, the way the NFC is kind of
like if you get 3 good teams out of the NFC South, that's what no one expected.
Right.
Then the wild card's even tougher. Starting 0-3.
NFC North, the Lions, Vikings are a team, and the Packers.
And you also have the Cardinals. So there's a lot of teams that no one was factoring in 3 weeks ago.
I saw this on ESPN. I know we're not dogging ESPN. They're not trading Matthew Stafford. They're not trading Matthew Stafford. I saw that today.
Thirsty for something.
It was the suggestion. It was like, they're not trading Matthew Stafford. They'll punt the season, but Stafford's going to be on there because he's still good.
Yeah.
Rodgers performed on Thursday night or tonight, whenever you're watching this. Fantastic. And he's 40 years old. I think Stafford will be fine. Just the Rams have to just prepared.
ride out
They're
this
hurting
season.
right now. Yeah,
They're hurting.
They're hurting.
And so are the Niners too. Niners are in the same tough spot. They still have obviously Ayuk, fifth highest paid wide receiver. So you better start showing it.
Yep.
But yeah, Niners in a better spot. Rams, good luck.
Jeez. Just get out alive.
Get out alive, dude.
Last story here. Packers quarterback Jordan Love was once again a limited participant in practice today. Team is willing to take it down to Sunday before deciding if he'll play versus the Titans. Regardless of what happens, Love's return from the injury has been faster than most anticipated. Let's throw this right over to Gabe.
Gabe, would you rush him back? Or do you feel like they're rushing him at all?
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
It is because, like I told us, AJ, any team can be any team any given week. So I do feel like even though we don't need him this week against the Titans, it's possible that they could win the game. But if there ever was a game, because last week we were going into the story saying Packers are going to have a hard time against the Colts. And it's still fair. Even though we beat them, it's still fair. The Colts are still a team. They're just very, very raw. But if there ever was a week where Love is out and we didn't need to have him back, it's this week right now. Because after this week, you got the Vikings, you got the Rams. I'm not sure who comes after that, but then I know Texans is right after. So it's like we don't necessarily need them. Again, the Titans, they can be, it's possible.
Yeah.
But I don't like this. There's a quote that he had yesterday. He was talking about that's the most pain I've ever been in.
Yeah, it's a sprained MCL.
It's
the timeline was 4 to 6 weeks, right?
And we're talking about, granted, it was an extra day on Friday night, but still, that's not enough time to, he turned 4 to 6 weeks into 2 to barely 3 weeks. So I don't like this at all. I don't think they're going to play him. I told this to AJ before. I think that's just kind of a strategy they're doing it now. Like, we might have Love back, and then all of a sudden, okay, never mind, he's not playing. So that might be I think that's what I don't think he plays this week. I just don't like that they're flirting with this. But if it is a strategy, great. I just hope that's what it is.
He practiced. That's crazy to practice.
And he does look good, to be fair. He was running through drills and stuff, and he's jumping off the knee.
It's just so early to be pushing.
Yeah, we're not in October yet. I just don't feel like this is the right time to try to rush him back.
And I think Will Levis will give you a chance to win that game. Even if you guys don't play great offensively, Will Levis will give you a chance because he gives a lot of people chances.
Right.
Not his team, the other team.
I want to see the revenge game. Malik Willis.
Like, well, he was very classy when someone asked him about it. He was just classy about, which
I was
means
not
like,
expecting that.
which means like, he's internalized all his anger.
I was so expecting to be like, man, screw those dudes over there. But no, he came out saying like, no,
racist to have him talk like that. Did you not watch the interview? Did you not watch the interview?
Talk like that dude's from the deep south. I'm just saying it was very great. I loved his reaction to it. But yeah, could be a revenge game.
We're gonna pick it later. I would never thought Malik Willis versus
Will Levis. Yeah.
Will Levis week 2. I'd be leaning
this version of Will Levis.
I'd be leaning Willis over Levis. The NFL's weird.
We're hoping to get that third picture. So we already got this one, and we got this one. Let's get another Will Levis picture.
Will Levis will give you a chance, but yeah, Jordan Love, just chill. I would have put him on IR because this is your future. You're young enough, but I think probably the Vikings are the reason why you're doing this because the Vikings are good.
Yeah,
and the Lions are obviously good. So you're trying to keep up with that. Bears are
figuring out. Like that was my whole point, though. I think we can get a win against the Titans this week. So it's like there's no need. I understand you're worried about that.
Is it in Lambeau?
In Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it's still Will Levis.
Well, and Gabe, to your point, I've told you guys I had the exact same injury that Jordan Love has, sprained MCL.
Yeah.
And what you said, he said it was the worst pain. It is the worst pain. But then it tricks you. Like you feel like you get your strength. And you feel like you can, you're back, and then you make one quick move and put a little pressure on it that your knee's not expecting, and you just collapse. I don't want to see him out there. Just give it some more time, get that top-notch rehab, take it another week, and see how you are next week.
Yeah, your guys' bye week's probably far away, so
week 10.
Jeez,
I'd be
which
cautious,
is funny because we're always given like an early week bye, but now this time of the year we were
could have used it this
later
year.
on.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right, guys.
You, Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Don't get hurt. For real. Don't play and don't get hurt if you play.
Chill. Yep.
Just chill.
All right, guys. That is the news. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. See you guys in a minute.
This segment is brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Dad Gang makes the highest quality hats in the apparel industry because they use premium materials, pay close attention to detail, and prioritize durability and comfort. With so many styles, colors, and designs, they absolutely have the right hat for you and the dad in your life. Use code BENCHED76826. That's BENCHD 76826 for 15% off your first purchase. Shop Dad Gang Hats. Quality hats for quality dads.
Welcome back, guys. We are here to talk Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. It's where we bring up a few questions that we have that we are hoping to get the answer of by Sunday.
That can only be answered on the field.
Yeah.
Because we can speculate all we want, talk about throughout of the week. But once you get on the field, it's different.
Yeah, it's my favorite segment of the week.
This and Ball to Lie are like the really football-y ones.
Yeah, this is where we get into the weeds of it.
Yeah.
All right, Gabe, you're going to kick us off with a question?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. I have one here. My question is, this week I need to see, can both Richardson and Caleb Williams finally show us what they're worth?
You talk about Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson of the Colts and Caleb Williams of the Bears squaring off against each other here. I just need to see, we talked about the Chicago Bears with the offensive line. Anthony Richardson, he had the great play of week 1 and then against the Packers kind of shut out a little bit. They're going against each other this week. I think this is the week where we need to see, okay, it's not week 1 anymore. We need to see something. I'm not saying go out there and ball out. And it's a great opportunity because I'm not saying only one can do it. They could both have great games. I mean, I don't think if, it doesn't matter which team takes the L here. I think if both quarterbacks go out there and perform well, both organizations are very happy. Yeah. No matter what the outcome is. I need to see that this week. I need to see some signs of life from both of them. I'm not calling out just one. I need both of them.
Yeah, I think Joey had both of these teams in the playoffs, and I think I had the Colts. So obviously right now, that's not looking great. But I think more Anthony Richardson than Caleb Williams, because this is honestly, I hear some people calling it his rookie year because he only played 3 games last year. So he's only played like 18 football games in including college. So yeah, it's definitely a question because we have the hype for Anthony Richardson and the team's good. Yeah, and you can kind of see where it's going.
That was the biggest one that I had.
And then it seemed like he almost regressed week 2.
Yeah,
because he didn't play well. And the end of the Packers are a pretty good team.
Not in the top 10.
But you would still want to see Anthony Richardson take steps in the right direction. And I don't think he has. And Caleb Williams, that one's scary because you so much invested into him.
And it's just like you said, too, both of the offensive line for them, but the skill position there on both sides of the ball. I'm sorry, not both sides of the ball. I'm saying on both offenses.
Yeah.
What you got in Indy, what you got in Chicago. Very, very good. I mean, one's a bunch of no-name guys that are very good, and the other one, you got Keenan Allen, you got all those guys. So it's I just need to see some signs of life on both sides of the ball there.
Yeah, it's interesting. AJ, who would you take if you're signing a franchise right now? Who would you take now?
I mean, that's a tough question. I think I'm going to be honest. I think I'm a little more worried for the Colts.
Yeah.
You've got this great offensive-minded head coach. One game away from the playoffs last year with Gardner Minshew under center.
Crazy.
And you expect Anthony Richardson to come in, pick up where they left off last year, and take them into the stratosphere.
Even better.
And, I mean, he's completing 43% of his passes.
That's not
behind the number 1 ranked offensive line.
But let me say this though: the Caleb Williams thing, I think that's different because, or not saying that stat right there. It's not. Okay, here I'll go and ask you: is it because he's overthrowing or missing, or is it just because it's just raw talent and this guy is just needs to settle down a little?
I've seen a lot of overthrows.
And he's missing.
Okay,
and they're giving him chances to throw, and he has good weapons. I think most teams would kill for Michael Pittman, Mitchell, Pierce, kind of, and then obviously John Taylor. That's a pretty good.
Josh Downs.
He's coming back.
He's not playing.
So it's. I mean, week 3. I wouldn't want to see him obviously once he tear it up. But if it shows signs of life, where it's okay, I see him improving. Yeah. If it's more the same, you start to worry oh damn, maybe we should have kept Gardner and just maybe sat him for another year or something because it's not.
If he goes out there, tosses 250, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and they lose a game, I'm still as a Colts fan. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
And then for Caleb Williams, that one's I just want to see him not get hit. Or
that one's rough.
Or have an offense that doesn't allow him to sit back there and just start running around for his life. Do quick, Shane Waldron, the offense coordinator there, is not the greatest OC. When they hired him, people were thinking, he's a mature play caller in the league, but sometimes just not good play callers. So
he's Matt Eberflus. He was the same way when he had control of the game.
It's just but he's offense coordinator. It's his job to control the offense. So it's bad look for him. And I don't want to see another first round pick. We just saw what happened to Bryce Young, team that doesn't know how to manage him. Different situations, I know, but you can still flame out. Chicago has had a history of quarterbacks not working.
Yeah, even me as a Packer fan, I am rooting for that to at least go a good direction right now.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, they don't. So, Andrew, you said they have a lot invested in this, in Caleb Williams. They don't, though. They got him for free. I mean, they traded what Bryce Young ended up being
That's very
for that package. But I mean, it's because he's Caleb. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
And it's funny too because if he fails, it's like, well, think about all the other good stuff that happened in that trade. But you're right,
right. Yeah, it's the timing of when he's right here in Chicago, the roster that they have. They just got to improve it in a couple different ways. The defense that they have is fantastic. Yeah. So I mean, you really want it to work out right now.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, that's a good game.
Yeah.
God,
I'm definitely keeping my eye on that one.
They both need that game too. My Friday's question, Sunday's answer is: are the Saints actually good? Because they're playing the Eagles, who are a good team.
Can't wait for this one.
I'm so nervous.
I'll go through the stats once again. The Saints have scored in every possession that Derek Carr's at quarterback. That's 15 for 15.
Unbelievable.
They've outscored their opponents 91-29. That's Carolina, who's obviously a dumpster fire. But the Dallas Cowboys, we expect them to be decent this year. Derek Carr's stats this year: 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, throwing 76%.
Oh shit!
That's Derek Carr, and then just grabbing sack.
Yeah.
Cost them $14,000.
Look, man, if you're playing that good, you can show it off a little bit. It's all right. And then 881 total yards in 2 games, quite a lot.
Incredible.
And playing the Eagle team on defense, not doing great. 27th allowed in 27th in points allowed, 30th in yards allowed, and 28th in sack rate. Now it's not looking great on Eagles. So on the Eagles, the offensive side, and more accurate, more worrisome is that they're not sacking the quarterback.
Right. And
Derek Carr's only been sacked twice. So you're kind of seeing the same scenario where no one's sacking them, and the defense that they're playing gives up a lot of yards. So like if they continue to roll past the Eagles, then you start to think like, how good is this team? Because the Eagles are a good team. Yeah. And I know it's both sides of the ball got to play, but the defense on the Eagles not looking great. Derek Carr's coming in hot. That's just a good game. I want to see it against if they beat the Cowboys and Eagles back to back, that's when you're like, okay, Derek Carr, I'm sorry. I was not aware of your game.
Just not so much if they beat him. It's if they beat him the way they're beating teams
handedly
right now.
Yeah.
That would be even scarier.
Yeah, Clint Kubiak, new offensive coordinator there. If he keeps this up, he's going to be the head coach.
Oh, he's head coaching next year.
Yeah, he's obviously son of Gary Kubiak, former Broncos head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach. But yeah, it's Saints. It's just interesting because you see them they're on my top 10, but like you see it and you're like, this doesn't feel.
Like, are you sure?
They actually played these games for real. But yeah, what's your opinion on Derek Carr?
So when I pulled up as an Eagle fan, when I pulled up the schedule, let me see what we're playing week 3. This was the worst possible scenario because Saints beat the Panthers. Okay, beat the Cowboys. I'll talk a little bit about the Cowboys in a little bit. But now we've got to answer that question of if they are a good team or not. And we're going on a team that's rolling, that's playing higher than expectations. So this is the type of game that it's a trap game in disguise.
Yeah, and they're good at what you're bad at, which we don't want. Like your pass defense, even though I love Quinn and Mitchell, and it's been
they're good at big plays.
Yeah,
and we are giving up big plays.
Yeah, so that's like it's just like the worst timing for a hot team to come in when you're. I mean, that loss on Monday night, it was bad, but Saquon Barkley catches the ball 9 times out of 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would call that same play. Yeah. But still, like, you don't want to go 1-2, and then the questions start coming up.
Right.
Is this last year's team? Is this?
And this team, I love my guys. I love my Eagles. We seem like a very fragile. There's a fragile mental state around the team in the locker room.
And then Derek Carr comes in just
grabbing his Johnson.
Slinging
just moonwalking across Philly.
Yeah, no, and then what's funny is that like we talk about this a lot. Like we shitted on their whole idea. Oh, they're a playoff team. No, you're not, dude. Derek Carr's your quarterback now.
So we were talking about how they were like, oh man, we got Derek Carr in the room. It's like Aaron Rodgers. Like he's looking pretty good.
So my question is that if they beat Philly, where do we rank them? I'm just very curious to see that game.
You had them at 10 on your top 10
list? Yeah, if they win, it's...
Okay, so let me ask you this. They're at number 10. They win.
Okay.
Where are you putting them?
It's so weird.
It depends. Okay, look, it's a...
Okay,
if they win, oh my God.
It's a beatdown the way they've been playing.
I don't even know.
You can't even fathom put them in the top 5.
Because you're like, against Buffalo, I would take Buffalo, but they're the same. They're like if Buffalo wins on Sunday or Texas, they're just they're gonna be the hardest team to rank all year if you keep this up. Like, I don't know if I believe because you're Derek Carr still, and they
didn't have anybody like emerge. It's not like Chris Olave came out and tearing it up. Like
Yeah,
Alvin Kamara's doing the Alvin Kamara thing.
But that is a testament to good coaching.
Yeah,
that's what good coaching does for you.
And then their defense has always been solid. Just their offense has been total shit, and they haven't started. Olave has started.
I know.
Yeah. So and then like Kamara's just always good. Apparently, he's just never bad. So
we keep waiting for the cliff, and it's not coming.
No, that's gonna be a very, very interesting game. I hope that's on Fox, right? So that would be hopefully Brady calling that one. That'd be fun.
I think Brady's got the Cowboys again.
Oh, well, never mind. JK.
Do we have an update on Tom and how's this?
Pretty robotic.
Yeah,
have you heard it?
I've heard a little, and
Yes.
I've seen I've seen the memes. But it's only week 3.
It's
so.
his first year, and Tom Brady. I think in the playoffs, they're like showing Tom's beautiful face on everyone's screen. He'll be fine. He's Tom Brady.
He's got to learn when to come in. I keep hearing him like,
That's just natural. God, you should have heard our first episode on bench. Just talking over each other.
Don't look it up. It's way down there.
All right. So my question is for Sunday: whose vibes are worse, the Baltimore Ravens or the Dallas Cowboys? They face off the afternoon game on Fox. I think Brady's calling that game again. Okay, Dallas Cowboys, week 1. They come out, they win big against Cleveland. I look at that as more of a Dak got paid. Vibes are high. We're coming in here. We're taking their heads off, right?
Yeah.
And they lose to the Saints the following week. Baltimore Ravens are 0-2. These teams face off against each other this week. Who's it worse for? Ravens coming out 0-3 or the Cowboys coming out 1-2?
That one's easy for me.
Ravens, because I expected them to be in the AFC title game or close to that. Cowboys, obviously they're a good team, but this is not to shit on the Cowboys, but the Cowboys kind of do this. This is what they do.
Yeah.
But the Ravens, if they start 0-3 after just getting Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson coming off an MVP and their bad start, slow start, and the vibes are like, what are we doing? What was it too much to get Derrick Henry? Should we have just done an RB by committee situation? Yeah. And if that'd be 0-3, God, that
0-3.
That'd be, you wouldn't even believe it because you're like, the Ravens are always good. But then if they're 0-3 and lose the Cowboys, which they very well could, because Cowboys have a good D line and Ravens do not at this point.
I think even the way they started the season off, just like you were a toe away, and it's against the Chiefs, and it's like it was a bad way to start, and now it's like, are you going to get over that hump, or are we just going to keep on dropping games here?
They're a toe away from the vibes being totally different, but they were up 2 on the Raiders last week, and they just blew that one.
Yeah.
Real quick, so my question for Sunday actually comes with a team you mentioned multiple times in the offseason is for the Cardinals. So let's look at their 2 games real quick. They kept it close with the Bills. They lost by, 6 points? Then they kill the Rams 41-10. If they're able to beat the Lions, are they a serious playoff contender?
Ooh.
Cardinals. I liked them last year. They win a lot of games.
A year away from being a year away.
They played tough. Gannon has them playing tough since he got there, really. It's tough. I think what you want to see for a playoff team is like who's their quarterback, and if you believe in Kyler, then yeah. So Kyler's better than most quarterbacks. I think he was the best quarterback in football last week besides Derek Carr, which is a crazy statement to say. What year? Where are we living in? But
what year is it?
This is a Twilight Zone. No, but yeah, if they play Lions, right?
Yep, Lions.
Oh,
that's a big game, man.
I don't know. If they beat the Lions, I'd be pretty impressed. Most likely not.
Lions are a little vulnerable.
Lions are lit. Goff's not playing very well. So
I'll just go ahead and say I call the Cardinals win it.
Wow.
To win the game or win the division? Oh, okay.
The game.
That's a good game.
Heck of a game.
Yeah, that's where you at with the Cardinals.
They look for real. They came out, took a big lead against the Bills week 1. Bills got it together. Bills are just playing on another level. Bills look like there's just nothing wrong. Bills look like they can beat anybody.
Bills are nice.
So I don't really fault the Cardinals so much in that game. I watched that whole game, and then came out, just looked incredible from the start against the Rams.
Yeah,
like you want to talk about the Cooper Kupp injury. When Cooper Kupp got hurt, that game was over.
Yeah,
game was over in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Lions don't look as impressive. They don't look as sharp. They don't look like they took that next step that we were. How much further could they step from last year? You're kind of waiting to see like a little bit of dominance this year. They didn't really take that step. So Cardinals look like a real team.
Cardinals are interesting. A lot of NFC teams are just out of nowhere.
We are flipped.
Vikings, Saints, Cardinals being good is like, this is not
the Bucks.
This is just, you never know what in in the NFL, you could put on paper, you could put teams together and think we're going to be the good team, and then the Saints come out of nowhere with the same exact team they had last year.
From now on, like every offseason, I'm gonna call the worst team having a good year.
Just throw darts.
It happens every year.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
We picked the worst team. We're pretty high on the Panthers. We picked the worst team. Me and AJ picked the worst team.
Oh yeah, I was riding high.
I
for the
wasn't there.
Panthers,
We didn't
man.
have them make the playoffs, but we had them.
But we
being
had them
better.
being good.
Maybe
I think you had them at like 8 wins.
I like
maybe-
7 and 10.
maybe Andy Dalton will bring them to that thing. Then we'll look at
Sheesh.
geniuses.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
Maybe I had Goff was my dark horse MVP, and that is not looking.
Well, he has to go off now.
Yeah.
He's got to start getting hot. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna take a quick break, one more break, and when we get back, we're gonna make our picks.
Pick some games in less than a minute. Actually, it's me and you now. Joey's
Yeah,
not here. We've never gotten a minute. Let's see if me.
Let's see if we do,
Let's see if Joey's the problem.
Yeah.
His big mouth.
I'm just gonna be over here like Saints next. All right, guys. We'll see you in a little bit.
Real quick, did you see the clip from the sky view of Anthony Richardson?
I just
throwing
saw it.
that- Oh
I'm
my
gonna-
god!
It's legitimately one of the greatest throws I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
He slipped.
Yep.
I don't even think he regained his feet completely. He chucks it to the 3-yard line.
65 yards in the air.
On a dime.
On a dime in a bucket. I think the shoulder's just fine.
Shoulder's fine.
Welcome back, guys. We are here to make our picks in
Yep.
almost a minute.
So far, pretty easy. We had the Jets. So
Biggest question is Joey the problem?
Oh, we'll see.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
we'll
see.
see.
Get to
Let's
a
see.
minute
All right.
here.
You guys are what? 0 and 19.
we're
In almost a
We've
minute.
had 160 shows. We've only done it. Actually, we never done it under a minute.
All
so
right, so
we're
let-
0 and 169. 159. a lot of times.
All right, let's see if we can do it, Gabe. Whenever you're ready.
All right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Giants at Browns.
Brownies.
Yeah, Browns. Keep going here.
Giants are
Bears at Colts.
Colts. Richardson. Better team.
Yep, Colts get it together. I got the Colts.
Texans against the Vikings.
Not picking against my boy Stroud. Stroud, baby.
Texans keep it rolling. Going Texans.
Eagles versus the Saints. Game of the week for me.
Saints keep it alive. Saints win this one.
Wow.
Eagles come out. Show everybody who we are.
Chargers at Steelers.
Close game. Steelers.
Jim Harbaugh over Arthur Smith. I'm going to Chargers.
The Broncos versus the Buccaneers.
Don't make me do it, but the Bucks are playing good. The Buccaneers.
Who are we kidding? Bucks.
Go
Yeah.
Pack Go against the Tennessee Titans.
I got the pack attack.
Packers keep it going.
Yeah.
The Panthers at the Raiders.
Carolina in a Dalton game winner.
Wow.
I'm picking Carolina.
Who are we kidding? The Raiders here. Raiders keep it real.
Dolphins versus Seattle.
Skylar Thompson is playing for them, so I'll pick Seattle.
Seattle is going to slaughter them.
Slaughter.
Motown against the Cardinals.
Good matchup. Lions get on the right track.
Lions absolutely get it together. Lions.
Ravens at Dallas.
Ravens are not going to start 0-3. Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens have to win this one. I'm going Baltimore.
49ers against the LA Rams.
Niners in a boring game.
Niners come out alive.
Kansas City Chiefs against the Falcons.
Chiefs. Kirk looks good though.
Yeah. Kirk does look good. Chiefs find a way.
Jags versus Bills.
Buffalo. Jags suck.
Bills look like the best team in the NFL.
Last one, Commanders versus the Bengals.
Cincy gets it. Get together.
Bengals do not start 0-3. They win this game.
Stop it.
1 minute, 22 seconds.
All right, Joey, you can rest easy.
I just gotta.
Actually, I think last week was what, 115?
I think, yeah,
So
Joey.
7 seconds better. So Joey's not the problem.
Okay.
So
It's
are we
me.
now looking at the
I am
problem?
the problem.
Now it's-
Oh, Angel's the problem.
You are fine.
I'm good.
Damn.
That's a tall task, man. I thought we were flying through those.
Yeah. There's some good games.
I was like
on.
nervous. I was like, oh god.
You know what? Time. We're never gonna get a minute.
No.
Maybe if we're on it, if we're on crack cocaine.
Not with that attitude.
Picks in 90 seconds is the new.
But a couple games I want to highlight here.
Yeah.
One game is the Jaguars and Bills Monday Night Football. We'll have preview for that.
Double header on Monday night.
So I won't talk about it too much, but Jacksonville comes out 0-3. Trevor Lawrence noise becomes loud. I don't want to hear
0-3.
any more. If he loses again, I
Oh,
wanna-
that's right. Talk your
because I got all offseason. Trevor Lawrence. How many excuses are we gonna give to Trevor Lawrence? And he's still ass. Another game. We can talk about it. The Chiefs and the Falcons.
Yeah.
I love this.
I paused at this game a little bit
Kirk,
before picking the
look.
Chiefs.
We've seen Kirk and Aaron look better each week. This is gonna be close. I have the Chiefs, obviously, not obviously, but I pick the Chiefs. It's a close game.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
some gimme.
No.
gimme
Well, the
game.
Chiefs haven't blowed anybody out.
Yeah.
Like both of those games they won by inches.
And this is no Pacheco. Let's see how they adjust to that.
Right.
And as this point, the Falcons are getting healthier while the Chiefs are getting more hurt. So, I mean, Gabe, you had the Chiefs in this one,
I have the Chiefs in this one.
but it's gonna be you have it being a little closer. Or do you think it's a blowout?
You know what? Last week when it was the Falcons against the Eagles, I was this close to flip to change that because there was something about me that said the Falcons are
Okay, LeBron. I knew.
It was after I was reading a Malcolm X book. Yeah. No, but I still have the Chiefs. I'm gonna buy it, but pretty close. I think the game of the week for me though, really interesting here. Texans versus the Vikings.
Good.
A game of like, okay, who's the real deal here?
Yeah.
I think both teams need a win, and both 2-0 too. By the way,
Yeah.
So someone's gonna come out this at 3-0. I think it's very exciting for both teams.
There's a couple 2-0 matchups. The Chargers and Steelers are both 2-0.
Chargers, Steelers. Honestly, for these two games, whoever loses, I'm not gonna put any heat against
Right.
you.
No,
These
yeah,
are good
there's no
teams. You're like, if Texas were to lose, that could very well be a possibility. I'm like, okay, well, the Vikings are good. If the Vikings lose, like, okay, well, you have Sam Darnold. It's not
I think if the Vikings win, it's more of like a holy crap. What do we have here?
Yeah.
and then obviously
Because like if Houston wins, it's like, yeah, that's Houston for you, but no one saw the Vikings right here.
and then say Pittsburgh comes out and wins, you cannot bench Fields.
Right.
Now you're with Fields. No matter
That's
what
your quarterback.
happens. You would.
Russell Wilson didn't even see the field. Like we talked about, like how many games is Russell going to play before Fields comes out? We're at
I know we were
0
talking
right
about
now.
eight games.
Yeah, you're like Thanksgiving-ish around there.
Hasn't even seen the field. His calf
Crazy.
injury. I mean, calf injury seemed to be the.
Yeah, what's up with calves this year?
Yeah, people are stretching out their calves, man. I don't know what the fuck's happening. But it's
Very elegant way of putting it.
and then the Chargers obviously start 3-0. Harbaugh, Herbert.
That's a statement right there.
That's like a wow. This seems because the Steelers have a good team. They can run the ball,
Chargers.
play good defense. It's a fascinating to see Joe Alt versus TJ Watt.
I'll tell you what.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's fun right there.
God, dude.
Yeah.
And Alt's been obviously he's already marked off Crosby. I'm sorry, Andrew. Crosby off the list.
Impressive.
Just stonewalled him. And if he can mark off Crosby and Watt in his rookie season, holy hell!
Yeah.
They got it. They
That man
draft.
has a big contract coming up in about 3-4 years.
Yeah, he's can I say something else?
I know. what does that man have?
Sorry. He has a big contract.
The contract coming his way. No, but yeah, Pittsburgh wins. Fields stays a starter. If Pittsburgh loses, I would still keep Fields.
Hey, I'm so bought into Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh's
Like
he's just a weird goofball. Be
he's a
like,
goob.
you just know how to coach football.
He's
though.
proven.
It just doesn't.
He's
Hey,
proven, man.
You could be weird all you want if you win if you win the game. Like look at Mike McDaniel over there in Miami.
Yeah.
He wins a lot of football games, not a lot of playoff games, but he wins. You be goofy, all you want. This is
And you know how much I just loathe Arthur Smith. That's why I picked the Chargers here.
Arthur.
I just don't trust. Like they've looked good. They don't look impressive though.
Yeah, they're
if
just
that
kind
makes
of
sense.
they're just doing enough. They're like kind of trying not to lose.
They're
instead of
winning the
trying to win.
Steeler way, not the Arthur Smith way.
Yeah. They're just trying not to lose
Right.
instead of trying to win.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like they'll get a lead. Like, all right, let's just play it safe.
Yeah.
No, even though there was a pass last week to Pickens on the right sideline over Surtain, that was pretty sick. But still, Fields. Hopefully he keeps this job.
I
I don't want to see Russ out there just taking sacks and putting his hands in the air doing circles. Don't want to do it. I can't do it again. I can't see Russ again. I'm forced to watch Bo Nix play. I'm not going to talk about the Buccaneers Broncos game. It's going to be a slaughter.
Hey, did you have a favorite game of the week?
Man,
I mean, Eagle game, probably.
I'm so nervous about that game. I can't even tell you.
I picked the Saints.
So Sunday morning, obviously, I'm gonna have the Eagle game on. I'm gonna have that Texans Vikings game on for sure.
Great.
Bears Colts. A lot of questions. I mean, we brought it up.
Yeah.
A lot of questions will be answered that game. Hopefully, we can see Caleb. I'd love to see both of these guys take a step this week.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson and Caleb.
That's
Williams.
exactly what I was saying. I feel like if they both play well this year, no matter who's on the losing side, I
This
think
week,
both franchises will be very excited.
Yeah, say they both come out and one touchdown, no picks. Like, all right, I don't care who lost. You guys are taking
You
a
could
step
at
in the
least
right
build
direction.
off that.
Yeah.
You could go and build off that.
I'd be a little more worried about Richardson. I don't know why. I think I expected more for the Colts than I did the Bears.
Yeah.
But still, these are two good teams. And God help. I don't want to throw out what we just called
The B word.
Yeah. I don't want to do that.
No, he's talking code. BUST.
UST.
B-U-S is you spelled.
I don't want to throw out that word. So I won't. But this will start.
Wait. Who are you talking about?
No, I'm just these two
He's
questions.
saying he doesn't want to.
I don't even want to
put that label on Caleb
I don't even
Williams.
want to have that thought in my head.
Some people are already like, relax.
No.
It's week 3.
Let's
Relax.
let him cook. If he touches one touchdown, I'll be impressed. Like, okay, good. You're right. Just take a step.
Yeah.
Even a bait or no picks. That'd be great.
I mean, yeah, that's the proper progression at this
Yeah.
point in his career. Just look better every week.
Just better every week. You don't have to come out week 1.
And he already
shining.
did. They lost week 2, but he looked better than he did week 1.
And last year, C.J. Stroud, a great season. He just did not start off hot. He took about 2-3 weeks to get
He
to
said
get going.
it today in an interview. It took about week 4. He got
Yeah,
it
so
together.
let's pump the brakes.
Same thing with Jordan Love.
I know.
Sometimes it just takes time.
It just takes time. God, great football on this week.
I know.
I wish the Broncos were good.
Hey, Monday night, I'm excited to watch the Bills. I just love watching them play.
I
They're
can't wait.
so fun to watch this year.
I can't wait to go online, go on our old comments, see those Trevor Lawrence guys.
Yep.
What's up now, guys? Huh? Even though we lose the Bills, we lost the Bills. God, there's never a winning with you.
It's like, isn't your good quarterback supposed to be a good quarterback?
You guys paid him like $56 million per year.
What do you mean it's the Bills? You're paid to beat the Bills.
Trevor Bank Stadium did not.
No, that's not the every. That started off terribly.
All right, guys, that is our show today. Thank you for joining us. We're looking to answer some questions on Sunday.
Yeah, good weekend of football.
Yep, we got a good weekend. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, leave a review.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Be a friend.
Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Yep. Hey, we'll see you.
Go get him, Malik.